Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel where today, as you can see, in 5 minutes, the brand new update inside of Anime Warriors Tree is going to be releasing. Now what exactly is going to be added in this update, I have absolutely zero clue. I'm pretty sure we are guaranteed getting one new world, obviously, you know, the Bleach themed world. But what's confusing about this update is that the devs said that this is going to be the biggest update the game has had yet. But also, they released some sneak peeks of like a different area that's like not Bleach themed. Here's what I mean, by the way. Beyond Journey's End, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Frieren themed, but then again, for all I know, maybe this is Bleach in some way. But as you can see, this, you know, looks different than what the other sneak peeks looks like. Like, you know, this one over here, this area. Let's just stop wasting time and I guess, you know, wait 3 minutes for the update to release, and then we'll see how many new worlds we're getting. Like and subscribe, and let's jump into this update. Alright, so it seems like the servers over here are going to be restarting, so let's just wait for it to restart, and then I guess we should probably, you know, speedrun through the update log so that we can like check out everything immediately. So here we go, update 2.0, Ryoka Invasion, Journey's End. So this is going to be the first new area, with a bunch of new warriors, including Ichigo over here, the mythical physical warrior, with a base amount of 222 damage. Then from there, we have a new mount, the Flash Step, a new mythical sword, which is going to have a base damage multiplier of 507k. Also keep in mind, by the way, this sword apparently has some kind of special ability, the Crimson Bloom. Maybe it's gonna work kind of like how, you know, Planetary Devastation and the other sword from like the 4th area, you guys remember that combo, the Raigo? Most likely it's gonna have similar mechanics. Then over here we have a new raid, defeat Captain Yamamo, and then he's gonna be giving us the head captain robe with the following stats. Scorching Flames, which this sword is also going to be having a special. Any of the other stuff important though? 40% luck Shun's hat. So this new accessory over here might be the new best one for luck maybe. Of course, we'll have to see once, you know, we go ahead, get it, and then, you know, max level it. And actually, what about these other accessories? Any good ones for, like, luck or drops? This one is slightly worse than the other one for luck, you know, 35% compared to 40%. But from what I'm seeing, there doesn't seem to be any drops-related boosts. At least, we haven't seen anything just yet. Now, here's a new game mode, the Escort. Travelers from a faraway land have ran into trouble. We need to escort 2 NPCs, and then we use our wayfinder to navigate to the island. You obtain different tiered keys from certain overworld enemies for the escort mission. The harder I guess the game mode's gonna be, the better the rewards. And it seems like along with this, you know, new game mode, we also have a new currency and escort shop, giving us 2 new warriors, Elf Mage with a base damage multiplier of 600, and the special, Party of Heroes. Okay, game. Okay, I see what you're doing, you know, 600, and keep in mind, this isn't even shiny, by the way, so if there's like some kind of way to get a shiny variant, it's gonna be insane. What about these over here? Ooh, Elf Mage Cloak. This is going to be giving us 50% luck. Then this is going to be maybe decent for crit chance, you know, crit builds, whatever, because it has that 10% crit chance. New weapons over here. None of them seem to have specials, so I'm not sure how good these are going to be. And then we have new relics for ult gain, defense, HP, attack speed, and then the Shadow Dragon Horn. And this one's going to be 45% damage, 25% attack speed, and it's also going to be perfect for either magic or physical units. So probably this is going to be the new best relic in the game for, you know, your DPS heroes. So we might need to go ahead and grind this as fast as possible. How much more is left though? Season 2, we have a new Gauntlet leaderboard and rewards, new Battle Pass with some, you know, new heroes to get, changes and bug fixes. Tier 1 is now level 40 instead of 30. And then the new max level is now going to be level 80. And then Ascensions for Secret Warriors have now been overhauled. Wait, whoa. Does that mean Ascensions for Secret Warriors are now even better than before? Now that would be perfect timing. I'm sure some of you guys noticed that I have like a secret unlocked over here. I'll explain what that is later. Gauntlet enemies now scale less after floor 40+. Added a trait pity for mythical traits. Brilliant. We have been begging for this for so long. Added 3 new legends, 6 new discoveries, 4 new achievements. Wow, they weren't kidding when they said that this was going to be the biggest update yet. Added select mythical option when mass dismantling. Refresh the shop bundles, cash limits now 10 trillion. And that seems to be it. And then we also have a small live event in an hour from now. W devs, love you guys so much for making this game so fun and, you know, interacting with the community. But that's enough glazing. I want to check out some of the stuff. So first of all, the achievements. Do we have a star opening? We do. We're getting 120% more luck with 800 fragments to go along with it. Cinema. Absolute cinema. What about the other ones over here, by the way? 250 raids. Okay, this is semi-decent. Total power to give us more cash. Warrior legend for 40% more ultimates gain at best. And then 20% open speed for playing for 525 hours, which it seems like we're already around 83% of the way there. So 4 more days or something, and this is done. But anyways, quests over here, log in once, there we go. We should actually have a look at all the, you know, tiers and whatever over here. So we can get trade rows, raid key bundles, and then is there anything different, like majorly different from the last one? Apart from obviously, you know, the warriors like Dante and Dante exclusive, like this was expected obviously. But overall, shiny potions, trade rolls, yeah, there doesn't seem to be that much of like any insane differences. Maybe slightly more trade rolls at best. Alright, then, for my personal opinion, I don't think I'm going to be buying any skip tiers or, you know, the premium pass just yet if I even end up doing that. Just in case, you know, that might end up being a waste of money or something. Maybe there's like a new game pass coming soon. Or maybe the bundle. I mean, some of these look really good. Oh yeah, what am I doing, by the way? We should probably start heading our way towards the Seoul district. So we want to go ahead and start navigating our way there. So it's going to be in this direction. There we go. We finally arrived. The Seoul district. What should we get started here with? Maybe claiming the waypoint quest and then checking out the brand new shop. So Kisuke over here. What do we need to do in order to, I guess, you know, unlock the Waystone? Probably take out a few enemies here and there, just like the other worlds. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot I need to check out about this new world. The secret enemy. You guys remember Diva from, you know, the last world, or should I say like Diva Awakened? Yeah, his HP was insane. Then again, to be fair though, they did give us, you know, an extra like 10 levels from the max, so I don't think it's actually going to be as bad as before. But here is the raid, and this is where we can get, you know, all those previous drops that we saw, along with obviously the soul fragments. And then apart from that, it seems like there's some kind of secret location over here at the base of like the main tower in this area. So let's press E, and then I guess we're going to be teleported. Is this where we can find the secret enemy? Byaku. No, this just seems to be the normal boss. So where's the secret boss? Ah, here it is. For a second I thought I was going crazy, you know, and I couldn't find it. So you see where the portal is over there? In order to find the secret boss, you just need to like head over to the opposite side of the island, next to this lake and like mini area. And then here he is. He has 175 billion HP, which honestly is not that bad. I thought it was going to be more closer to like the trillions. But hey, 175 billion, that's probably nothing at all. Let's quickly pop on my DPS team right now, and then let's probably start, you know, leveling them up. Is this going to be really expensive? Yes, it is. 28k just to get him 10 levels. At least it's worth it. We go from 2.39 million to 4.84 million. So let's just do this for every single unit that I have really quick. One moment. Also, by the way, for those of you that are curious, this is a little bit of a sneak peek towards another video that I'm working on, or at least, you know, I'm trying to work on whilst I do my exams. We got the Naruto Beast and we got Second Wing on him. Let's go. All that's left to do now is to max level him, and now he gives us 7.16 million damage. That's peak, man. That's absolute cinema. I guess I might as well spoil some more stuff, by the way. Since we have him, and I guess since there's a new world, we now need to get the last area secret. We need to put a good trait on my Draculae over here, and then we need to go ahead and start ascending all of them. That's kind of what, you know, all those like question marks were before. I'm saving up right now to try and get a shiny Vegito and then probably a shiny Broly as well. And then we're gonna start, you know, max ascending, max leveling, getting the best relics. That's why, you know, the other video is going to be taking so long to do. But in the meantime, you know, I think I'm going to be pretty satisfied with, you know, just upgrading my secrets. How much DPS do we do now? Around, I think 120 million? But then again, I don't think I have my full DPS setup on right now. Yeah, I'm missing out on this. And then obviously as well, we can pop on ultra damage. Now it's starting to look much more OP as 350 million. And of course, there's still room for improvement, like, you know, getting the right Luffy's on, getting the right damage guys on, because I don't know why my Naruto sages are on right now. Just give me some time to cook and then everything will fall into place eventually. But apart from that though, we have an achievement over here, which we might as well go ahead and claim. And now let's have a look over here at the egg. So it costs 6 million per open. It seems to have relatively the same chances as before. And obviously there is a secret, but I'm not entirely sure if anyone's gotten it yet. Oh, never mind. Apparently, someone got the shiny variant already. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how about this? If I find someone who actually posts like the base stats of this, I'll go ahead and showcase it. But until then, I want to check out... What's the next thing I want to check out? Oh, the pity system. Please tell me that this isn't like anything crazy like 10,000 rows for one guaranteed supreme. So, if I just go ahead and, for example, select my Dracula over here, just as a pure example, where does it show the pity? But from what I'm seeing... Oh, wait, here it is! I was blind, yes I was. Oh, 1,500 spins? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Supreme is the best in the game, but... ouch. What's even worse is that it doesn't even transfer over our old rolls, so we can't even get like one guaranteed right now from like all the rolls that I did before this update, but whatever, I guess, it's fine. Let's, I guess, just, you know, roll something semi-decent on my Dracula over here. Maybe should we try going for second wing, or... Actually, I don't really know, to be honest. Should I just get the next mythical, actually, and just not waste time? Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and just, you know, I guess, take second wing. Nice. Okay, it took me a second to figure this out. Apparently, in order to find out where the journey's end thing is, you just need to open up your wayfinder and then teleport your way to it. Now, I'm pretty sure you don't need the teleport game pass. You probably can just navigate your way to it. And then you can set your spawn as well over here if you want to save yourself time. And then here is the shop. And I guess obviously as well, the actual game mode itself. So I'll escort you there. Where do you want me to take you? Oh wait, hold on a second. We need holy keys. Obtain them from defeating bosses. Does it matter what boss I take out then? I don't think so, but it seems like we can get a key back at a 70% chance, and then we can get star remnants, saint coins, and just a bunch of different boosts as well to go along with it. That reminds me, by the way, I'm pretty sure we have a little bit of coins to gamble with. Yeah, we just get 1,000 free coins from the devs. Love you, devs. What can we buy with it? Holy capsules. Oh, okay. I was joking when I said, you know, gambling with them, but this is literally a gamble system. You can buy holy capsules, and then you have a 0.1% chance to get an elf, I guess, you know, that's exclusive units that we saw before. But as well, not only that, there is a 1 in 50 chance to also get it as a shiny. Then as well, if you're not interested in the gambling aspect, you can also just, I guess, you know, get any other boost, you know, whether it's a speed 3 boost, shiny potions, thunder axe, and even that elf mage cloak, you know, the lucky cloak that I was telling you about before. But this costs 15k, so it's very expensive. Ooh, now I'm tempted. Hold on a second, 1,000 Sate coins. Should I gamble all of them, or should I get traitor rolls? I mean, apparently it does restock every, like, what? Is this 5 days? I think every 5 days? So maybe getting traitor rolls would be the smartest thing, but then again, I'm gonna be busy from exams anyways, so I don't think it makes really that much of a difference. Plus as well, now that I think about it, there is the Jiraiya shop over here, the infiltration one, and this still does not have a restock, so if I really wanted to focus my time on the grinding, or if you're in a similar situation like me, where you can't really spend that much time grinding, then at least you don't have to worry about, you know, having to grind like 5 different game modes at once. You can probably invest your time into this. Now, I don't want to waste your guys' time any longer. We need to get a key, so then that way we can, start jumping into this difficulty. So let's head on over to maybe the Rain Village for now. Let's go to the Rain Village, and then let's see which boss actually drops the key that we were talking about. And then as well, at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and maybe gamble all of my coins on that capsule, the holy capsule, whatever you want to call it. So here's a tier 1 holy key. It's a 12% chance from this 2.5 billion diva. And then what about over here at the, true destruction version? It is 15%. Where I just realized it's tier 1, so does that mean that across all of the bosses it is relatively the same chance? Yeah, they do drop the exact same rarity of the key, but it seems like it is much better to grind it in, the later area. So let's go ahead, let's do that by jumping on over to the Rain Village, and then let me AFK for a bit, and I'll catch you guys once I guess, I'm able to drop myself one of those keys. Hopefully, this shouldn't take too long. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after getting, I think, around 3 keys. Yeah, not too bad. Also, by the way, some information I want to share with you all. I did get the stats on the new shiny mythical in the brand new world. So apparently the stats for it are going to be around 355, I think, base damage, which compared to the Broly right now, it is just barely worse. So for anyone that managed to get, like, for example, World 1 Secret or above, it is still going to be better than the last world shiny mythical. Now, does that mean that you shouldn't grind for, these mythicals at all? No. You do need to remember, by the way, that there are, like, what, max 8 equips right now if you're pay to win. So even if you get every secret in the game right now, which is, I believe, 6, you still have 2 slots that just need to be filled up with something. So might as well just get that shiny mythical, put second wing or something on it. Just then you can have, like, the best power that you can get. But with that out of the way, we can now head on over to the journey's end, and we can, check out this Escort game mode. Let's jump into this with absolutely zero expectations. So start mission, friends only, sure, why not? I think I want to try the solo just to kind of get the rough idea of what it's going to look like. So this is our cart. It has 400 million HP, and then I guess we just need to prevent enemies from taking it out, right? Yeah, that's probably just going to be, the general basis of it, but thankfully all our units are going to be auto-attacking. We don't actually need to click on a single enemy, and then it seems like we're already starting to get a ton of drops. 11x coins, and that's without any drops boosts on. Wait, what's this over here? Warriors bonus. Using Journey's End Warriors will boost your drops. 15% when using Axe Warrior, and then 50% when using Elf Mage. Whoa. Wait, so you're telling me if I get that exclusive unit from the capsules, the gambling one, I'll get a free 50% extra drops for just equipping it? I like that a lot. Actually, that makes me really confident in probably making some kind of part 2 to this video in the near future, where maybe I'll just, discuss some, like, tips and tricks like these, How to get the maximum drops, how to get all those 250 traitor heroes as fast as possible. Like and subscribe and let me know down in the comments, by the way, if you do want to see that video as soon as possible. But anyways, that just, wrap up this Escort game mode. So there we go. We managed to get a T2 holy key, along with, some super boosts, super cash boosts. Overall, I think this was a massive W, because look at it this way, right? Let's say you're like me, right? Your exams, or just, you're busy, you can't play that much. If you AFK hatch, right? Get a bunch of these T1 keys, and then spend what, like 1 minute, 2 minutes of just, running a bit straight? Then probably you could just stack up on like a ton of like the free luck boosts, maybe some super luck boosts, and if you're really lucky, star remnants, omega lucky stuff, and of course, obviously, the saint coins. And then once you go ahead and, use all of your keys and, you get them to, for example, the tier 2, then I assume the rewards are going to be increasing, right? Because, it's tier 2. It's better than tier 1, so we should get more items. But obviously, the difficulty will increase. So keep, I guess, all of these chances in mind. If we swap over to this, it is now 150% coins, and then I think relatively the same chances for the items. Am I wrong? 3.42% compared to 3.42%. So it seems like, at least for tier 2, the chances of the actual items itself hasn't changed. But then again, maybe at like higher difficulties, there are more types of enemies. So like maybe instead of like 5 per wave, it would be 10, which obviously would give you theoretically double the chances to, you know, take out all the enemies and, you know, get all of the drops. I'm pretty sure I'm understanding this right. And then there's also a tier 3 version. Wait, how far does this go up to? Okay, well, this isn't exactly the highest tier key that I wanted to show you guys, but here's just a rough example of what you could get from just, what, 3 minutes of effort. This is so much better than the gauntlets and whatever. Now you only need to grind gauntlets and stuff for just like getting shiny potions, I think. One last thing that I want to mention, I can't seem to find the screenshot, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, there is guaranteed a mythical difficulty, which gives us 30% chance to get a refund on the mythical key, 50% chance to get a legendary, and then a 450% more coins, star remnants, and then it seems like this is how you get the new mythical relic. The new best DPS one at a 2% chance. Also, what is this recommended power requirement? 145 million? I need to grind with other people for sure. I can't be wasting time. I need to continue locking in. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Hope you enjoyed it. For any of you wondering, by the way, all of the hatching related stuff and obviously the live event, which is going to be coming out in around 2 minutes from now, I'm going to be covering that on the other hatching video, you know, the hatching exclusive video that I've been working on behind the scenes. So make sure you stay tuned for that by liking, subscribing, commenting, notifications on, or joining my Discord server, since I do, you know, ping everybody every time I release a video or when there's a giveaway. Maybe you guys just enjoy free stuff. But until then, wish me luck. I wish you guys luck on your own grinding as well. Let's see who can get the brand new secret first. Me or you? Fingers crossed, it's gonna be both of us. Peace out, love you all, bye-bye.